Hey guys, it's Kayleigh. So in today's video, I am going to go over all of my makeup palettes that I own in my entire makeup collection. I've been getting so many requests from you guys to do this video, but the only reason I was kind of holding off on it is because obviously I have a lot of makeup palettes, so I kind of had to go through my makeup collection and find everything because I don't use every single one. I do love purchasing makeup and stuff, but I didn't buy, you know, all of these myself. I just wanted to say that because I know a lot of you are gonna think this is like a crazy amount of makeup. So it's just kind of like an accumulation of everything through the past like maybe 2-ish years. Prepare for a 40-minute video. I'm just kidding. It's not gonna be 40 minutes, but it's probably gonna be really, really long. I'll just go over each and tell you guys like one reason why I really like it, or maybe I don't like it and I'm going to give it away. So we'll see. It's kind of like a declutter in a way. All right, so we're gonna go through the drugstore first. We've got L'Oreal. These are the only two palettes I own from L'Oreal. It is the La Palette Nude 1 and La Palette Nude 2. So this one has more neutral tones in it. I do pick this one up more often than this one. This is more like rosy, purpley, cool tone shades, but both are really great. I think this is one of the best makeup palettes that you can pick up from the drugstore. Would definitely recommend these to you guys, and I do use them a lot in my makeup collection. They're always like somewhere where I can easily get it and use it. I have two makeup palettes from NYX. Dreamcatcher palette in Stormy Skies and Dreamcatcher palette in Dusk Till Dawn. So you're gonna see this a lot in this video. If I like a palette, then I usually buy it in another shade if it's available. So again, we have one that has warmer tones in it and one that has more cooler taupe tones in it. Just kind of depends on what I wanna use that day. I've got all of these palettes that are from Oprah Cosmetics. So 3 of them are the Prism eyeshadow palettes, Naked, Smoke, which actually looks like I haven't even touched it yet, and then Sunset. I've used this quite a lot. Party Ready eyeshadow palette. This is actually more in like my storage area, but this one I am so in love with. Completely all matte shades. I actually do feel like it's really good quality. It's right up there with all of my high-end eyeshadow palettes. Total Face palette from e.l.f. So you've got 1 bronzer, a highlighter, and 2 blush shades. Very good for everyday looks. They're not too dark. I think they work great for fair skin. And then I have these 2 here. This is a blush palette in light, and then this blush palette in dark. So this dark one, I've used it a little bit, but I feel like I can only pick the colors up in here in the summertime, you know, because it's just so dark for me, but this will work great if you have darker skin. This one I get the most use out of. We've got the Maybelline The Nudes palette. This is my least used eyeshadow palette from the drugstore. I won't even lie, I actually don't really like it, and I'm going to either give it away or throw it away. It just depends on if anyone wants it, but I wouldn't recommend it because I've used it a few times and I've been really unsatisfied with how the eyeshadows come off. They're very unpigmented, at least the majority of them are, and I feel like you're only getting, like you can only get use out of the darker shades or the really, really shimmery shades. Makeup Geek, I have the Vegas Nay palette. This one is so pretty, but I just feel like there's not enough eyeshadows in here to be able to create multiple looks with it. I need more in there, but it is nice to use if I am gonna like mix eyeshadows with a different palette and use this. This is the Makeup Geek Manny MUA palette. Loved this palette so much. Like there was a time where it was the only palette I was using for months. But that's what's cool about it, is that you can create so many different looks with this. I love how all the shades in here are so warm. This red right here, I thought that was so cool. And this one here, it sort of reminds me of Club from MAC. All right, so we've got the Kathleen Lights Makeup Geek highlighter palette. So this has 3 highlight shades in here. One that's like a sandy brown, we've got a pink, and then a lighter champagne. I really just like, if at all, that I highlighting with a lighter shade like this. I do it every so often, like if I do a glam look, but really the looks that I like to create are just more kind of like chill. So I rarely use highlights, but this is a good palette. Now we're gonna talk about Coastal Scents. We've got these 2 here. These are the revealed palettes. I have 3, and then this is the Smoky revealed. These are so cheap, and look how many eyeshadows you're getting in each one. It's just crazy. I forgot I also have the Revealed 2 palette from Coastal Scents. So if you compare Revealed 3 to Revealed 2, I would just actually pick one and just stick with that. They're just too similar to have them both. This is so old. It's the Coastal Scents 10 color blush palette. I need to throw this out. It really is like 5 years old. This is one of the first palettes I ever purchased. I think this is Oprah Cosmetics. So you've got 6 shades, bronzer, setting powders. I think they're all matte. Yeah, they're all matte. You can use this as a blush, and then this is a like really dark contour. I use this a lot. Very cheap. It's just really nice to have something like this if you want everything all in one place. Oprah Cosmetics foundation and concealer palette. This would be great for like if you're starting out because it works for every skin tone. It goes from light to dark. They've got some really great beige shades, a green, dark browns. So from IT Cosmetics, I have, this is brand new. It's the Je ne sais quoi face palette with perfect lighting technology. So in here you have a blush, a translucent powder, a warm bronzer, and then a luminizer, like a highlighter. The shades in here are a lot lighter, so I'm able to use this during, you know, the cold winter months where I'm a bit paler. Next I have the Superhero Eye Transforming Anti-Aging Super Palette. The eyeshadows just don't work well together. Like I tried creating multiple looks and it's just not a good blend of eyeshadows. I can't really create a good look with it. I have to use another palette to be able to do something with it, you know what I mean? So definitely gonna give this one away. All right, so then I also have the IT Cosmetics Naturally Pretty palette. I use this one a little bit, well, at least more than the Superhero one. I just feel like, again, the shades just aren't working for me together, but they're all matte, so at least I can try and make them work a little better than the Superhero palette. So I'm going to give this one away as well. IT Cosmetics Youth Sculpted Universal Contouring Palette for your face and body. They do a really great job with face products. So you have a matte highlight, a radiant highlight, a deep contour, light contour, soft contour, and medium contour. All of them are so easy to use because they're so warm, and I love using warm shades on my face. Like I like warmer shades more than cooler tone shades. So this is awesome. I would highly recommend this to you guys. I always have this out and ready to go. Definitely one of my most favorite contour kits. Makeup Forever 15 Artist Shadow Palette. So this is one of the most unique eyeshadow palettes that I own. I don't use it often because the shadows in here are so intense and totally not every day. I do want to get more use out of it in the future and create some looks for you guys with it. The Pro Sculpting Palette. I love using this. I use it a lot to contour my face. So you have 4 shades in here. They're all cream, blush, highlighter, bronzer, and a lighter shade that you can use as like a concealer under your eyes. Easy to use, and it blends out like a dream. I mean, it looks so beautiful on your skin if you're trying to get that like natural kind of effect. ABH Contour Kit. So this comes with 6 shades in here, 3 bronzers, and a highlighter, 2 translucent powders, one that's like a banana shade, one that's more beigey and pink. I really do not use this very often because it kind of got pushed to the side. I like my Kat Von D Light and Shade palette more, which I'll show you guys in a second. And I feel like I use my IT Cosmetics Face and Body palette that I just showed you guys more as well. And I'm thinking it's because the shades just aren't as creamy. They seem more powdery and harder to blend out. So yeah, rarely use this. I think I'm going to give it away. However, I do have this ABH Modern Renaissance palette that I am obsessed with. I mean, this is so cool. This is right up my alley of eyeshadow palettes. At the moment, this is, I'd say it's my second favorite one. I'll show you guys my first favorite one. I use this a lot, and I always have it near me or on display. It never is this ever gonna go in my Alex drawer. Moving on to Kat Von D, I have this Interstellar palette. 12 shadows in here. This one was limited edition, and it really surprised me. I feel like no one knew about it. You know, like it was kind of like this secret thing that was on Sephora that no one really bought, because I believe there's not like a ton of reviews for it. I don't even know if it's still being sold right now, but I got it, and tried it out and I was like, whoa, really blown away with the quality of the eyeshadows. What I would really like to do is actually buy more eyeshadow palettes from Kat Von D because this is the only one that I own currently. I need more. So this is the Shade and Light palette that I was telling you guys about that I'm in love with. I use it every day. The most used shades in here for me are this middle one. This is what I use to bronze up my face with. And this yellow shade, which I like to use under the eyes to set it and brighten things up. This is brand new. I got this in my BoxyCharm that I just unboxed. It's from Pur Cosmetics, the Buff Collection. Literally, this is an exact dupe, $5 more, for the Urban Decay Naked 3 palette. It's got pretty much the same eyeshadows, pretty much the same pigmentation. I would have never like bought this myself if I didn't get it in my BoxyCharm, just because I have the Naked 3 already. From Too Faced, I have the A La Mode Eyes eyeshadow palette. It's good for like a summer palette, but like where are the crease shades? So I rarely ever use this. I'm going to give this away. We have the Too Faced Natural Eyeshadow Palette. I just can't bring myself to give it away because this is one of my first palettes that I ever had. I have the 2 chocolate bar palettes from Too Faced. So this one is the original and this is semi-sweet. Clearly you can tell I use semi-sweet the most because it has like golden, bronzy, darker brown shades in here that I use all the time. Like my most favorite eye look I've ever created has come from this palette right here. The shades in here are really nice too. I think I'm gonna start trying to use this one again. All of these palettes right here are from Smashbox. So I am affiliated with them. So every time they come out with a new palette, they send it to me. These being their newest, and Shay Mitchell is actually the spokesmodel for these right here. This one is matte. They're the Cover Shot eyeshadow palettes. I do like this one the most. So pretty. They're smaller though, but I kind of like that. They're like so compact and easy to bring around with you. You know, if you want to put them in your makeup bag. We've got metallic eye palette, bold eye palette with like rainbow colors, soft eye palette, ooh, smoky eye palette. This is cool because it has a green in there, which I have not seen for a long time in a palette. I feel like they always leave out the greens, you know? Ablaze. Check this out. I'm super excited to use this. Smashbox Double Exposure Palette. I do like this a lot. These 6 shades here are really like the main reason why I use this palette. And then this way you have more cooler toned purples. I feel like these 2 shades are so similar. If they had just replaced this with a lighter brown, it would have been perfect. We've got the Smashbox Shape Matters palette. This is called Photo Matte Eyes. I recently got this one in, so I have not used it enough to be able to tell you guys if I like it or if I love it, if I hate it, but it's kind of cool because all the shades in here are matte and they look really nice to work with. Smashbox LA Lights palette, Contour Blush Highlight. This I got in for the holidays and I was looking on Sephora and I do not see it yet. Like literally I only see it on eBay. So I'm like, why did they send this to me if no one can get it? Like where are you supposed to get this from? Maybe it just hasn't come out yet, I don't know. But it's really cool and I have used it quite a lot. And I think it's awesome. So I'm like, why don't you guys make this available for everyone? These are the blushes that I love to use, exactly this color, like rosy. It's got some great highlighters too, like this one and this one. Honest Beauty Falling For You makeup palette. So in here you get 5 eyeshadows. There's 1 matte and then the rest are shimmery, but this one's really not super shimmery, so you can pretty much work this one in the crease. We've got a cheek color and 2 lip colors. This is one of the only palettes that I own that actually has powders and creams all in one. Cream highlighter and then 2 blush shades. It's called the Honest Beauty Smitten For You Cheek Palette. I haven't gotten much use out of this. I should probably start trying that out. And then I have the On Point Spotlight and Strobe Kit from Honest Beauty. So same thing. Actually, this is a powder. This isn't a cream, this highlighter. But these two up here are creams. Lorac Pro eyeshadow palette. This is definitely one of my all-time favorite eyeshadow palettes that I've ever owned. I always go back to it. You know, I'll go and try other things, but then I'm like, ooh, what about my Lorac Pro palette? Like, I gotta start using that again. You know, this is like a tried and true palette that you never want to give away. You don't want to give this one up right here because it's so nice. You have this whole entire bottom row of very easily usable shimmery shades, and then an entire top row of very easily usable matte shades. They all work well together. They all blend well together. Very creamy. All right, so this is my #1 most used palette. This is from Tarte. It's the Tartelette In Bloom Amazonian Clay palette. So I bring this with me everywhere, and almost every time I do a makeup look, like I used it today, I use this. It has exactly what I need in here. If I was to create a makeup palette, this is what it would be. It's like the perfect amount of shimmer versus matte shades for me, like just in a nice compact palette. So there's really only 1, 2, 3 shimmer shades, but these 2 shimmer shades are just enough. And then you can create so many looks around those shimmer shades with all of these different matte shades that are available in this palette. So, you know, you've got like your pinks, your warmer, darker browns, up to, this is sort of like a grayish black. And then you have some lighter brown taupe shades. So you can do like either a taupier look, kind of smoky eye, or you can make it warmer. 2 shadow palettes from Oprah Cosmetics. So this is a really nice blush and bronzer palette. It's called the blush palette, but I mean, obviously you can use a lot of these in here as bronzers. This, I believe, is one of their, yeah, it's one of their professional makeup palettes that they have. It is expensive, but it is totally worth it if you love playing around, you know, with blush colors. Eyeshadow palette from their professional line. Again, it's quite pricey. I'm gonna try out the shades that I think I'm going to like, and then I'll probably be able to, you know, use this and stuff. I don't think I want to give it up quite yet, but it seems nice. All right, so now we have all of the Urban Decay stuff. So I do have the original Naked palette. Always a good one to have. Clearly, a lot of these eyeshadows I really, really liked in here. This is a great neutral eyeshadow palette. I've got the Naked 2, which is probably my least used. Don't know why. And then I've got the Naked 3, Urban Decay Smoky. The 2 that I would recommend to you guys, these are the ones I use the most. Original Naked, just because it's great for those everyday brown looks, and then the Naked 3. I love all the shimmery shades in here. It's like one of those palettes that even though it has a lot of shimmery shades in there, the shimmery shades are like so awesome that you just like, you gotta use it. I also have this little guy. This is the only like smaller palette I ever bought from them. It's the Naked 2 Urban Basics, and I did not like it. I didn't really like it that much at all. So I feel like they're just not up to par with the other shades in the other Naked palettes. So yeah, I just wasn't into this and I never really used it, and I'm going to give this one away. I also have this. It's the Urban Decay Vice palette. Ooh, there goes 2 eyeshadows, oh my gosh. This is an older palette for me, but I still keep it because it has gorgeous eyeshadows in here. Oh, there it is. Who noticed that? Who noticed that the eyeshadow was right there? I forgot to say that I also have the Alice in Wonderland palette. How old is that now? I don't know. It's in like the very bottom drawer of my Alex drawers over there, but it's like stuck on something, so I can't open that drawer. But that drawer has like 5-year-old palettes in there that I can't get out to show you guys, but they're there. I have the Blink Shadow Fusion Neutral Eyeshadow Palette. It says 9 benefits, 1 blend. I have not used it enough, unfortunately, to tell you guys like what I think about it. I'm gonna use it more and see. And lastly, I have some palettes from Zoeva. I love that makeup brand. I think their stuff is so cute. Like their packaging is always on point, and I am obsessed with their makeup brushes. But anyway, these 2 palettes I have are the Rose Golden Blush Palette. Check this out, so pretty. And then this is the Zoeva Naturally Yours Eyeshadow Palette. This is one of the palettes where like I kind of pushed it to the side, but now that I'm looking at it, I'm gonna start using it again. Fiber Matte and Fiber 5 are shimmer. So you got like a nice little balance going on there. Wow, that was so many makeup palettes. I feel a little bit embarrassed that I own so many of them. But yeah, it was kind of nice going through and like really trying to think to myself, like, which ones do I actually use? Which just sit there and have no use for me? So I'm definitely gonna give away some of those that I told you guys. But just right off the bat, you know, to name my most used, I'd say are the Lorac Pro, Tarte in Bloom, Too Faced, Semi-Sweet Chocolate Bar, Kat Von D, Light and Shade, ABH, Modern Renaissance. Let me know down in the comments what your favorite makeup palettes are from your collection. You can just tell me like your top 5. Hopefully you guys enjoyed this video. If any of you stayed to watch till the very end, then put in the comments, cotton ball. Thank you guys so much for watching. Please leave a like down below. Give this video a thumbs up. And subscribe if you haven't already. I upload every Monday, Wednesday, and Friday, and sometimes other days too. Like yesterday, on Sunday, I uploaded a holiday glam makeup tutorial, so go check it out. I'll put a link in the description box. Thank you guys for watching, and I will see you in my next video. Bye.